Hello folks and welcome to another Wise Gamer video. Today I'm going to be showing you how to get into beta testing. If you're ever interested in, this is just going to be covering the Blizzard games because they pretty much all operate the same way. And again, this is for Blizzard games, World of Warcraft, Hearthstone, all those games, Diablo or whatnot. And basically, the beta testing for this company, because I've done the last couple of X packs that they came out with for World of Warcraft. They can be considered beta, but they're really not, in my opinion, because true beta testing usually comes with a program while you're actually playing the game of bug reports. It's an actual program that you click on that's within the game for the beta testing. And there you would go into details, and you could even take screenshots and all that good stuff of what the issue is, the questions that you may have, and things like that. And World of Warcraft, what they do is they pretty much just tell us if we come across any issues, bugs, or even screenshots, to go and post it on the forums. Okay? Now, I know a lot of times people are like, well, we post things on forums, that doesn't seem too professional, the Blizzard staff's not going to really see it, just a bunch of people, and they're not really going to have the resources that I'm looking for. Well, from my understanding, Blizzard does a pretty good job of having a staff that just moderates these forums and makes sure that anything really important sticks out and gets notified and then passed off to the technician team, and then if it's that big of a deal, even to the developer team. I'm not really sure how they do it, but I guess that's kind of on the idea. So a lot of people ask, though, too, how do you actually get into the beta? Well, beta is something that's not just going to fall out of the sky. You have to have an active account. You have to have an active account. I'm sorry, with one of the games, anyways, that you want to beta test for. And once you do that, they have ways that you could sign up for it. Okay, so you got to actually sign up for it most of the times, unless if you're like a rock star in the game or something like that. But I still think everybody actually has to go through these steps to make sure that they get a spot for beta testing. And they can't give it to everybody. I mean, maybe they do. I don't know. Maybe they like to. Maybe they like to force test the servers and stuff like that, but they are only beta servers used at that time. Now, what are we covering beta? Beta is something, it's not a job. You don't get paid or anything like that, but pretty much you're going to be playing the game as you normally would. Now, in beta testing, there is going to be times, many a times actually, where you're going to be very irritated because crashes and things like that. I remember when I did it for MOP, Mr. Pandoria, I was getting kicked off more than I was actually able to play, but they seem to have improved over the last couple of years with that. Because when I beta tested for Warlords of Draenor, it seems like I didn't crash nearly as much. Maybe they had less beta testers. I don't know what the issue was, but it just seemed MOP was really horrendous. It was actually terrible. It was really hard to actually beta test that. Now, you're not sewn to the hip. You're not whacked on the knuckles to actually provide information and things like that. You could just play the beta. And things like that, but they do like to hear feedback because that's the main reason why they invited you. Okay, and again, once you do report a bug, unless if they came out with a new tool for this beta coming up, I don't know where it is built into the game now, but I could just tell you what I've seen and what I've experienced in the last couple of beta tests, which is just going to the forums and typing it out there or submitting a screenshot or something. Okay. So, let me see what else here we want to cover. Now, when you do beta test, it's always good to check their policies to make sure you're not breaking any kind of a policy. Don't go by what I'm ready to say here, and I wouldn't want Blizzard to get mad at me either because I'm saying this, but their last couple expansions that I have covered and done beta testing for, they did allow us to do streaming of it. they did allow us to make YouTube videos of it, to cover it, and all that stuff. Let's face it, that helps them publicize the game, and get the word out. The more people that are actually publicizing the game means most times more money for them in the long run because it's free advertisement for the company. Okay. So, but again, always check those guidelines because it could have changed. Now, as you could tell here, I'm a YouTuber and I do a little bit of streaming, so I'm definitely going to have to check that too if I get invited to this beta testing, because they can't invite sometimes everybody, like I said earlier. Okay, but they do invite a good amount of people. Now, basically, all you would have to do is just go to your account, okay, in the World of Warcraft website here. Now, I'm not going to go right to my account because my account, I just don't want my information out there all over YouTube. So, basically, how I did it today, because I kind of promised myself that I would never do another beta test again. And the reason why is because beta testing is something that, to me, I've come from games where you don't play the same content over and over and over again, because it was before MMOs. When we were playing like PlayStation games and stuff like that. And I play a lot of RPG, Japanese type games. Like take Final Fantasy VII, you're not going into that dungeon 12 times after you've already done it once. You usually just do it once, you clear it, and you're pretty much done with it. You don't go back like you do here with ICC. In dungeons like that, you keep going back to it each week, each time it resets. That's the way MMOs operate. Okay, so I kind of get bored with things when it starts to get linear and very repetitive. Okay, I start getting really bored with things. So the reason why I'm saying all this is because I noticed that when I played beta, I did level to that cap level whenever I played beta on my main tune, at least. When I did it the first time in MOP, I did it on 2 or 3 tunes. And then when it went live, now I didn't feel like doing it again. I already seen everything. It wasn't that surprise was gone. That element of surprise of seeing the new content, the new world, or whatever that they add to the game, I already seen it. So when it went live, I didn't really feel like doing it again, but I did, you know. Um, so you always want to keep that in the back of your mind too. Now, if I go to beta test this time, I'm just going to beta test a few things and then that's it. I'm probably going to take it out of my computer system. I'm not going to level all the way. I will never do that again. Now, that's up to you if you want to or not. And I'm sure that most people, they want you to do that because that's how they're going to get the true 100% benefit of getting testing done. Okay, because they want you to go through the whole spiel, so to say. Okay, so signing up for it, because like I said earlier, it's not going to fall out of the sky. You come here, you go to your account, you could either do it that way. Once you click on a few things, sign in with your account name, sign in with your password, the authenticator key if you have that set up. Do all that and it's going to take you to your account management page. In there somewhere you should see something that says beta testing. Okay. Now here what I did was I just clicked on this big ad because right now Blizzard's saturating their home page with the new expansion already because I guess they really want to get this baby going pretty soon to go live. I'm guessing by like the end of the year or something, but I'm not sure. We're not sure yet because there's been no dates really put out because they haven't even done beta yet. So, but they're getting ready to, because if you click on this big ad right up here on top telling you about Legion, you're going to see that they have another button in here called Beta Opt-in. Okay, and that's what we're going to click on. All right. They still don't have pre-purchase out yet because, again, there's no release date. And down here is where you could find more information about what they're planning on doing with this expansion. Don't get too wrapped up right now with what information is out there. Trust me. I'm sure you guys know too. We've been playing the game for a long time and things change drastically. Like I remember a couple of years ago they said something about 5-man RPGs and that never happened. I remember in beta for Warlords of Draenor, from my memory, we were able to change even the looks of our garrisons by the buildings and stuff, and now they're pretty much all the same. So a lot of the things, some of the things, a good 50% of the things will not end up going live right now than what they're saying. So don't get disappointed if they're talking about something that you don't like, because it might not even happen. Or it might, but we don't know yet. Now, another thing, too, is, yeah, I know, it sounds like I'm contradicting them, right? But we all know how it works, because they're not sure either. That's why they, they got to have it tested to see if something's not going to work out right, then they're going to have to change it, okay? And players should understand that by now, because the MMOs have been out and active now for 15 years or whatnot, so it's nothing new. But here's a little synopsis here of the features of what's going on with the new expansion. It's going to be a 10 plus, so you're going to be going up 10 levels. Okay. Usually all the dungeons and the raids, and of course the world content and the lore type PvE stuff is going to stay in the game, because they already got that pretty much implemented into the structure of what they're planning on doing with the expansion. Okay. So basically, I'm going to go right back up on top. Excuse me. Now I already kind of did this step, so you would click on this, and then it's going to take you to your sign-in screen. Okay. Just for my security reasons, I don't want to show that information. All right. So I got it right up here. After you put in your information, then it's going to take you to this page. Right up here. Okay. And here's the list of all the different games that they support. Heroes of the Storm, StarCraft, Overwatch, Diablo, and all that stuff. I guess that they get ready to do beta testing for them too. Okay. And of course mine is World of Warcraft, so it's going to be Warcraft. All right. And I pretty much just click off the one that you want. You hit update preference button, and that's pretty much it. And now that puts your account into their list. Now, if they are interested in having you join the beta testing, because again, it's not guaranteed, they will usually, with me, they send me an email, let me know that I've been accepted, and you just follow the instructions from the email, and it has the download link and all that good stuff to get your beta going. All right, and once that happens, you're pretty much good to go. All right. So again, anything I know, because these kind of videos, like the kind of video I'm making today, I don't want to make sure that I disclose any information that's not truthful, that I'm not really 100% sure about. So don't etch anything in stone that I'm talking about right now. But this is one way of definitely getting your name out there to Blizzard if you want a beta test. Okay? Again, thanks for watching Wise Gamer. Good luck, and we'll catch you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.